Time now for a segment brought to you by Massey and Associates. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell spoke with the Senate committee yesterday, stating that the economy is healthy and that rate hikes are likely needed in order to normalize monetary policy. But the changes in the past month have some folks on edge. So here to break it all down for us is certified financial planner Jeffrey Massey. Welcome back. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Good to be here.
Happy to have you with us. Now, a lot has progressed. Like we said, some changes are being made. People might have some questions in terms of the economy. Have there been any moves, any changes over the past maybe month or so that, you can clarify for us and get us, feeling good about where we're headed?
Well, I'm not sure about the feeling good part, but we can maybe try to clarify some things. So things are changing rapidly. Just a couple months ago, they were saying maybe 2 rate increases this year. Now the Fed yesterday at the Senate committee hearings are saying 3 rate increases are likely, potentially a 4th. And when you look at that and put it in context and the amount of money that the Feds have been pumping into the economy, now if we go back just 2 years, the balance sheet at the Fed level was $4 trillion. It took them 13 years to go from 1 trillion to 4.
Wow.
Now March of 2020 to now is almost $9 trillion. That's how much money they pumped into this economy. That's why things are rolling so well. Right?
Is this because of the pandemic? Does that play a factor?
It's absolutely because of the pandemic, to keep the economy going, keep people employed, because their goal is to get back to a 3.5% employment rate that we had pre-pandemic. So now they have to taper because they've been investing $80 billion a month in government securities, $40 billion a month in mortgage-backed securities. That's where that balance sheet has come from. So there's so much money there that first, before they can raise rates, they have to stop investing each month. So they have to taper. And they were going to taper starting December through June. And now they've started December. They're going to finish that in March. And then that opens the door for them to start raising interest rates. So
what do we need to know in terms of this tapering and the rising interest rates as us as consumers? How is that going to affect us?
And that it's not like in lockstep, but as the Feds raise the overnight lending rate, which is what they're talking about, it will trickle down to mortgage rates. It will trickle down to consumer loans as well, cars, TVs, what have you, appliances, whatever people borrow money for. The bigger issue is with the balance sheet being so large, not only do they have to stop adding to it, they have to start decreasing the balance sheet as well. All of that reflects to risk. The big message today is you have to focus on the risk in your portfolio. We fully expect a lot more volatility this year. So we structure things, our team at Massey and Associates, we structure things to help protect the downside. That's so important.
And let's talk about that protection there. Like if there are some folks listening, and like you said, it could trickle down, the mortgage, the TVs, these other purchases that maybe we might not have been planning for in the past. Should we be almost setting aside a larger chunk of money? Should we be meeting with someone like you to get us in a I don't know, in a better place, or just prepare for the unpredictable?
Right. Great points. Save more, because that's important. Get yourself structured. Meet with a financial professional. It's so important to meet with somebody, look at your portfolio, determine what your level of risk is. Software we use can quantify what percentage people could lose, say if 2008 happened again. And most people are not aware of the level of risk that they have. And as you get closer to retirement, which is our niche, retirement planning, it's so important to dial down that risk. And people just aren't doing it enough. And they're taking way too much risk in today's market with all this going on at the Fed level. And if you want to buy a car, you want to buy a house, now's a good time, because the rates aren't going to be this low for much longer.
All right, so good advice there in terms of if you're making one of those big purchases from Jeff, but like you said, meet with a professional. Everyone is different and everyone's rates are personal, so got to make sure we have ourselves in a good spot for the year ahead. This segment was brought to you by Massey and Associates. If you want a link to their website, just visit ours, roadshow.com.